Hey, Jake's guys.
Look, shh, listen. Wow.
Look at
Is
that.
that how it's supposed to work?
Look at that. Caliper's moving.
Holy moly. Took us freaking 30 seconds to do that.
I'm Mike,
I'm Joe.
and this is Cart Life TV. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Cart Life TV in the garage today. Got a pretty cool episode today because today is the day that we explain to all of our subscribers and everybody watching this video exactly how
Jake should have built the brakes.
This is a video about how and what we did to come up with the solution for Jake's brake kits and how we're actually using them on the golf carts now. Pretty exciting.
Yes.
Those of you who've been following us for a while know that we've had like a six month debacle, total chaos and mayhem, trying to get the Jake's brake kits to work properly on our long travel kits. Well,
And they did try. They sent us a lot of different things to try.
they did. They sent us an infinite
nothing
number of
worked.
spindles. It's a complete horror story. So I guess to make a long story short, we got the brake kits, lots of them, and this is going back to the summer when we built 11, right?
Yes.
Like we found a way for it to work,
Last
but it was
summer.
never right.
No.
We didn't even think anything of it until we got like 5 or 6 more kits around December.
And yours broke.
Yeah. And we got all these kits and nothing was right. And we went back and forth with our reps, we went back and forth with Jake's, and we're trying to explain to them that everything is wrong with these kits. We don't have any of the hardware that actually fits right. There's no room to get the caliper on. The brakes are binding.
How
and
many
it's
of these
all,
came not threaded?
Yeah, and it was all because the plate, it was welded to the spindle in the wrong spot from the factory. Now, what they did was they took all the spindles back and they sent us a whole nother set, promising us that they were done correctly. And guess what, Joe?
We molded a set of pads and a disc.
Do that again. Come on, Shreveport.
Problem not solved.
Problem not solved. Oh my God. Yeah, the spindles they sent us for the second time were also incorrect. And we totally had a meltdown here in the garage. We went crazy. I remember it was supposed to be like a quick Saturday thing, like let's fix the brakes on Mike's golf cart, put the new spindles on and call it a day.
Yeah.
It turned into like a 45-minute episode of us just having an absolute baby here in the garage all over the floor. And we came up with a solution. That's the one good thing about this is we came up with a solution right there on the spot. We actually had a brake kit for a non-lifted spindle lift or a non-lifted precedent. And it comes with these brake plates that you're able to bolt onto the spindle. Well, we had those and we're like, you know what? Let's just try welding these in place and kind of like line up the caliper exactly where we need to be. Yeah. And then we'll see what the actual problem was. And guess what we found? There's an actual line cast into the damn spindle.
The multiple lines.
Where you're supposed to weld the bracket, right?
Yes.
And they were not doing that. They were welding this bracket everywhere else. So what we did...
Everywhere
else. What we did was we welded our own on there, and the brakes work perfect. They're still on my golf cart. Once we came up with that solution, we talked to our guy Rob over at Nivell. We hate him so much. He's awful. Just kidding. But we told them exactly what we wanted, and we wanted these. This is the, you can't even buy this. This is the raw brake plate that the people in Shreveport, Louisiana are supposed to be welding correctly onto the long travel spindles and selling them with the brake kit. Well, he sent us like, what, how many? A dozen of these plates, right? And we spent last weekend just welding them all and painting them, and they look like this now. See, this is exactly what the long travel disc brake spindle is supposed to look like. There's actually a line right here that we welded the plate on, and it should work perfect. We did a set the other day just to be sure, and they work perfect. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to put the brakes on Joe's golf cart.
Finally.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sorry for the spiel, guys, but that's kind of the story.
It needs to be explained.
And that's it. So
All right.
we're welding our own Jake's brake kits now. That's the only way to get it done right.
Quickly.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right, so we got the golf cart in, guys. It's here. You know what? The brakes are on. Joe painted them blue. It's like the M3 blue to match the theme of his golf cart, and they look really cool. But the as you can see, the discs are brand new because they've never once worked. And that's fine, because today's the day we're gonna fix it. And when we take these spindles off, we'll show you exact difference on where we're welding the plate and where Jake's factory workers decided they wanted to weld the plate, and it just won't work. So we're gonna take these off. We're gonna change the studs on his discs. We're gonna put them back together. I think he needs new hubs. We have a set of hubs here for him, so we have to change our hubs. And then we'll be able to get him rocking and rolling down the road with some fresh working brakes. Out, but today's the day we fix that. So this is how bad it was, guys. It's so bad that these hubs don't even fit on these studs here. See, this was just such a mess, right? So this is the only way we actually got it to work, was running it with like the wrong setup. And when you run it like this, and these are the studs for a different golf cart completely. But when you run it like this, you don't have enough thread to actually get the wheel to sit down correctly. So we ended up stripping one of these studs. So for the past like 4 months, Joe, this guy,
Running 40.
Spicy
now.
Joe, has been running 40 miles an hour with 3 wheel studs on the front with about 1/4 inch of bite. That's okay though, because 11 ran that way for like a lot longer than that. So, but today's the day we're gonna fix it. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna undo this caliper real quick. I'm gonna pop it off. I'm gonna pop this this hub off too. We have to remove the castle nut to do that. And then I'm gonna show you exactly what the issue was with the old spindle and what the new spindle is supposed to look like. That was a bad one. All right, guys. So here we are. We got this brake completely off here. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what the issue is with these hubs. Now, the Club Car Tempo, the Preston, they come with the OEM hubs, obviously. And the OEM hubs look like this, right? This will not work with the Jake's brake kits. The first thing you gotta do is get the 6110 hubs. They have a recess in the back here. The stock ones have like a circle, right? And the stud that they give you with the brake kit is supposed to recess like that and sit flush against the back of the hub. The first issue that you'll run into if you don't have them is it sits like that, right? So you have this kind of shoulder that's not sinking in. We've tried everything with these, like drilling them and all sorts of stuff, and it just doesn't work. So first thing you want to do is toss these, get the 6110s. If you guys need these, hit us up. We'll send you a set. We always have them in stock. They go like that. But that's the first thing. The second thing you want to be sure you do, or if you do have this kit, is you want to check to make sure that they are welded correctly, like this one. It's the correct distance here. It's about 1/2 inch off the shoulder of the spindle down. This one here, let me show you this right now. It is like over 1 inch right here. It's
Oh, you can see the lines on that
yeah,
one.
you could totally see the lines, and this is exactly where it's supposed to be welded, right here. You can see the difference here. You can totally see the difference here just by looking at it. The this one here, the one that they send us, this brake plate is welded all the way over here towards the actual spot where the kingpin goes down, right? And the pivot point. This line here is where this bracket is supposed to be welded, all the way over here. So the guys, I guess there was no training or anything up there in Shreveport, because they were just welding these blindly, and they're all different. There wasn't even close, right? And we freaked out when we realized that there was an actual line there.
Yeah. And how many sets did we get that it was just in all different positions? They were like guessing to see if they got the right one.
It was so funny. They made us send them all back, but you can see right here that we welded it right on that second line in, right there. And that gives you a good offset for the caliper to mount, so that it'll actually work like that with the brake pad in the middle. And like, look, you can see how the piston sits right in there like that.
Flush.
Flush.
Imagine
Yeah.
that.
So, all right, let's get these off and switch these spindles out, put the brakes back together.
All right, sounds good.
So this is exactly what your hub and disc setup should look like. If it doesn't look like this, don't use it. This is it right here. 6110 hub, right there's the part number, and a Jake's disc and correct stud setup. You should have a little bit, like a 1/4 inch of shoulder sticking out right here on the other side of the hub, and this is exactly what you want it to look like. Again, if it does not look like this, just don't even try putting it on. That's it right there. Joe is already changing that spindle there. It took us a little bit longer because he has steering stabilizers. You guys have seen that in the kit. We're probably gonna have to drill that hole for him, right?
Yep.
No big deal. But he's already just about there. Once he's done tightening that up, I'm gonna start working on getting the hub and caliper set on the driver's side, and we'll show you exactly what that looks like when it's done correctly.
Correctly. Keyword.
Alright guys, so here it is. And this is exactly what it should look like. Don't pay attention to Joe's chipped paint on his brake calipers. That was his choice.
Sorry about that.
He's trying to kill me for talking shit. Okay. So this is it here. See, now look where the caliper is. And I still have to tighten this down. But just from test fitting it, you could already see that it's going to work perfect. The pads are actually floating here in the middle. The caliper is able to float on the caliper bolts. And there's plenty of room for the disc to spin right like that, dead center on the caliper. And all we had to do was move the plate over from where they like to weld them, over here, right next to the kingpin, over to where they're supposed to be welded on the line there. Unlike this. This will never work because with this, that caliper was sitting so far to the left that it was just completely binding the disc and making it impossible to work correctly. So I'm gonna tighten this up. Homeboy's over here. Waiting for me to finish talking, which is what I do best, I feel like sometimes. Okay, yeah, I get the point. All right. All right, guys, so that's it. This one is on, this is the passenger side. Look at that, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Pads are floating in the middle. Calipers on nice. Brand new hubs. Got the correct studs. What was that?
It was a spindle going in the trash can.
The old one?
The old one.
Oh, good. That's exactly where it belongs. But that's it. It's time to mount the wheels. That was quick, dude.
Yeah, not bad.
Right?
Gotta bleed it out.
Yep.
It's hooking up this.
That's the worst part of this whole job is bleeding them out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Totally dope. That was half hour.
Yeah.
Half hour. It's like the shortest job. So we were just talking like scale of 1 to 10. The 10 being the hardest of all golf cart jobs to do.
Rear end.
High speed gears, right? High speed gears is a 10 out of 10 for difficulty, and more so on a gas cart, right?
Yeah.
Gas cart, you gotta undo all kinds of stuff and take the motor out and everything and drop the whole thing. Electric cart, you drop the axle. Not a big deal, right?
No,
Still.
electric cart's easy.
Opening up the rear end though and doing the gears, if you don't know what you're doing, 10 out of 10 for sure. For Spicy Joe, he does them in like 15 minutes now. He's real good.
I have plenty of practice.
Jake's brake kit, pending you have everything correct. It's a 9, right?
Yeah.
It's a 9 out of 10 for difficulty to do this kit. One of the hardest parts we didn't even show you today is mounting the master cylinder underneath the where the brake mechanism goes and getting the little reservoir. But this part here, we've done it so many times. Like this is, for us now, this is super easy. If you guys want us to do your brake kit and you're local in Florida, hit us up. We don't mind doing it. We take customers all the time. We got a guy, Sean, our guy. He's moving his cart up here on Sunday.
Yeah, we're doing brakes on that too. Right?
Brakes, long travel, triangle, speedometer, on the fly mount. He's getting a little makeover, right? So that's cool. Get that done for him this weekend. But we're gonna prep it all because we have everything kind of right over there. Look at that, guys. 2 Jake's long travels in boxes. You guys can't even get one. We got 2. Another one on the way. But that's it. We're gonna get these wheels on now. and bleed these suckers. I'll get the bleeding stuff ready now. Hopefully we have some brake juice left.
I don't know. I think there's still some left.
We don't need much. That doesn't take much. It takes like a few ounces to do this.
No, that easy go to a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of air in that line. But this has been sitting a while, so should be okay, actually. All right, let me go get that stuff. I'll be back here in a minute. All right, guys, the time has come where we're gonna now bleed the brakes. So this kit comes with a little Willwood reservoir. And again, this whole kit is made by Willwood, which is an awesome brake company. They make race car parts and brakes. Boom, we have them on the Corvette. Showed you that in the last episode. That's it right there. So Joe filled it up with some .3 brake fluid. Make sure you use .3 or .4. We have .4. We got .4. It's just a higher boiling point. You definitely want to make sure you use .3 or .4 brake fluid.
Learned our lesson there.
Yep, and that was their fault also.
On the directions.
Yeah, yep. Another story for you guys another time. But that's the reservoir. It runs down to a master cylinder, which is mounted under here. We're not going to show that to you right now, but I have a picture of it. Well, I'll put that on the screen right now so you can see what that looks like. Opened up. And now we're going to bleed the brakes. So what we're going to do, we're going to come over here to the driver's side, and we're going to hook our little hose up to the top bleeder here. And there's some myths and some legends and some truths and some whatevers about bleeding the brakes, right? Some people think you only have to do the top and the not the bottom. I like to do both just to be sure there's no air anywhere. I'm gonna open it up. You just kind of put a 1/4-inch wrench on here and you turn the bleeder open like that. And it allows the fluid, when the pedal is pressed, to come out. And what you wanna do is you wanna keep pressing the brake pedal until you get fluid moving through the system. So it might take a while because this, oh, there it goes. Look, it's already coming. Go ahead, Joe, keep pumping that. There it is. Oh, we got no air. Dude, no air.
Good.
Keep going. All right, so what I'm gonna do, now what I want you to do, Joe, is on the next push, I want you to hold it, and I'm gonna close that bleeder. Is it going down?
Yeah, a lot.
All right, so over here, Joe just had to fill that up again because the system is taking fluid as he's pumping it. So the whole point of this is to build hydraulic pressure. And look, you can see the air bubbles coming out by themselves now.
Pump it and hold it?
Yeah, pump it and hold it. Let's see what the stream looks like. Ah, so see, now we have more air coming. So let's keep going. Let's give it a couple more pumps. Not a...
That's what she said.
Yeah. Joe's not used to pumping it this much.
I'm tired already.
So while he's doing that, let me show you what we got here. So this is just like a simple brake bleeding kit. There's a little container here with a tube that hooks up to the bleeder. And what this does is it collects the extra brake fluid into this little canister while it's coming down. Is that going down more?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're getting, air, a lot of air out of the system now. So the fluid is coming down through the brake lines with gravity and the force of the master cylinder pushing it. And it's pushing the air out and at the same time bringing fresh fluid into the system. So you can see it's starting to accumulate there at the bottom of this little canister. Is it going down?
Stop now.
All right, cool. So let's get a hold on it, and we'll open the other side and check it out. So give it a press and a hold. All right, see that? Now the fluid stopped moving because he's holding the pedal down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten up this bleeder. Like that. Now he can let it go and the fluid won't move because the bleeder's closed. And then we're going to move on to the next one now. All right, so there it is, just started coming. Shut up. And there it goes. So we forced the fluid down the brake line. We're just gonna keep doing that until we don't see much air or any air at all. All right, we're gonna,
Down now.
it's still going?
Yeah.
How much fluid have you think you put in there?
I filled the cup probably a total of 1.5 times.
Cool. All right, we got a pretty solid stream coming out.
Sorry about that.
All right. All right, let's push it down and hold it, and we'll see where we're at.
All right.
Yep. I'm gonna tighten this up here. Tighten this bleeder. We're gonna go back and check the other side, and then come back to this one. Okay. So we tighten the bleeder up. I'm gonna take my little hose off here. I'm gonna spin the wheel, and Joe's gonna press the brake. And we got no brake pressure yet, which means we still have air in the line. Oh, there it goes. Do it again. There we go.
Oh, I'm getting bubbles up here.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're working. See that, guys? Now let's check the driver's side over here. Oh yeah. We got brakes.
Nice.
We got brakes. All right. So what we're gonna do now, let's see what's going on over here. Still taking fluid.
Yep. Well, cool. When the brakes were working, the bubbles were coming up here.
Great. So what we're
Just
gonna
don't. Another thing, when you do this, don't let that cup run dry, or you'll suck air back through the lines.
That's right.
So.
2-person job.
Yeah, makes it. I don't know how you could do it yourself. It would suck.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really put those self-feeding bottles on that tiny reservoir. So, all right. Well, we're gonna check them one more time, and then take it for a test drive.
Nice.
Joe's gonna have front brakes for the first time in his life on a golf cart.
I almost T-boned a truck because I didn't have front brakes the other day. But it wasn't my fault. It was raining, and he pulled out in front of me.
It's never your fault, dude.
Oh, it was raining, and he pulled out in front of me, like right in front of
This
me.
guy drives his golf cart in the rain. He's a psycho.
I didn't have any cars in my house.
All right, let's check it one more time. Take it for a test drive.
All right, let's do it. I'd like to see him do it. I got the wheel chucking.
How much chuck can a wheel chuck?
I'll stop this cart.
All right.
Much different.
Yeah?
Yeah. Holy cow.
All right, take it for a rip. Wow.
They definitely work. I shouldn't have been driving this cart.
Feels good?
Yeah, really good.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
I didn't even put him to the floor there, but before, if I'd hit the brakes that hard, I would have locked up.
It's nice. So the good thing about the front brakes is they engage after the rear brakes, right?
Yeah,
So you want the rear brakes to engage first, and then...
Only because when you lock it, you don't want the drums to be tight all the time. You want your rear to lock first.
Yep. They work good. It's definitely a requirement on these lifted fast golf carts, the disc brakes, right? If you're not running 4-wheel discs or 4-wheel brakes, be careful out there.
I didn't think it was any big deal until running in the rain.
Yeah.
Then it's a big deal.
I think we need to figure out a way to get them on the airbag cart.
Yeah.
Right? Especially for your safety, because you are the test pilot of that cart. All right.
I don't plan on stopping much, just going.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Much better.
Much, much better. Cool. And that's it, guys. We figured out the puzzle. It was a riddle trying to get the Jake's brakes to work. We figured it out. We know exactly what we're doing now. I think we're experts at this brake kit at this point.
Dude, after months of trial and error, I mean, it's been crazy.
Best thing we ever did was weld them ourselves.
Absolutely.
You get
It took minutes.
You get the brake caliper exactly where you want it. We can do it on the cart, but we did it off the cart, right? I think we welded all of them.
Yeah, we
off
took
the
them
cart.
all. We had them all apart. I think yours we did on.
Yeah, mine we did on, but simple. If you got a welder, you can do it yourself. If you want us to do it for you, hit us up. Happy to work on subscribers' carts, right?
Yeah,
Got one coming in this weekend.
Love it.
That's gonna wrap it up for today, guys. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. Love hearing from you guys. Love when you talk shit about us. That's also fine. You want to subscribe? Hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss a Cart Life TV video. And make sure you check out lowspeedliving.com. Got lots of cool shirts, like this America shirt right here.
4th of July.
Got awesome hats, all kinds of cool stuff, new stuff added all the time. And most of the parts you see us working with here on this channel, they're available on lowspeedliving.com. If there's something you want that you don't see, hit us up. We'll get you the best prices on the internet, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
All right, we're out. See you guys next time.
Peace.